Whoa. Hello, all. Welcome to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. And this is a new adventure that I have been talking about for a long time, and I'm going to be so happy to bring it to you. This is actually the beginning of the tale of four brothers. And this is Günther up here. This is Helmut. This is Wolfgang. And this is Hans, and they are four gnomes. They are actual brothers. And notice I did not run the intro to this adventure of Baldur's Gate because this intro is completely different. As every adventure world in D&D has some type of an apocalypse or a cataclysm. Well, when the cataclysm took place during their stay at Candlekeep, Guntar was sent to the north to fight, and then later to the south. Helmut was sent to the east. Wolfgang was too young to go. And Hans, he had something going on that actually allowed him to avoid going to fight in the cataclysm. So he got to stay in Candlekeep. By Hans staying, he was able to hit the library, and he has studied in the arts of illusion. Wolfgang was very bored, and because he was stuck in the walls of Candlekeep, he started looking for adventures of his own. So he got into thieving. Um, Helmut is actually a doctor, so he is the cleric of our group. And as I said, he was sent to the east, and then when he came back, he rejoined his brothers. Gunter was sent to the north and then later to the south. When he returned, he rejoined his brothers, and he is just a natural fighter and a natural leader. So these are the four brothers. You are going to be hearing so much about these guys because this is going to be totally epic. They're going to run through Baldur's Gate. It will only be the four of them. The only reason we're ever going to pick up somebody else is to do their quest, and then we're going to dump them because I really want the focus to be on these four. We're going to do Baldur's Gate 1, we're going to do Baldur's Gate 2, we'll do the Siege of Dragonspear, and then you will even see these four brothers in some tabletop gaming where those veterans of second edition remember the Rod of Seven Parts. Well, we're going to have a Rod of Seven Parts, and this one is going to have a power all its own. And as I said, oh my God, this is just going to be so freaking mind blowing. Well, what these guys are going to go through, and I've even contemplated writing a trilogy of novels based around their adventures. So, without further ado, let's take a look at who we have. First thing I notice is that all their bases kind of look the same. So, we're going to have to identify them by what they're wearing. I may go into their stats and change their colors, but I know that this is Gunter. So
Again?
again, all right, here's Gunter. He's a level one. He is a fighter. And to get all of the stats for, well, not, let me rephrase that. To get all the classes, fighter, cleric, thief, and illusionist, we actually had to go to the gnome race. Dwarves do not have mages, so I couldn't include that. So, for the sake of this, they are all gnomes and they each have their own class. So, Gunter is our fighter. He is level one. The things that you're interested in is his proficiency. He is choosing the axe because that will benefit him both in ranged weapons and melee. And as a fighter, he can actually go up to 5 proficiency points, which is Grand Mastery. And he is just going to be a beast at that level. So I took my 4 points, I put 2 in axe, I put 2 into 2 weapon style, and this guy is just going to get crazy. His strength is 1896. For those of you familiar with the second edition, know that that's like freaking awesome. Dexterity is maxed out at 18. Constitution maxed out at 18. Intelligence, just intelligent enough to use magic items. Wisdom, it could be better. But he is charismatic because Gunter is a natural leader. So awesome. I'm happy with this, and he's good to go. We're gonna have to change all of their scripts over to ranged because that's my default. So script, ranged, and done, and next. Helmet. Helmet is a level 1 cleric, and we've chosen him to be a priest of Tempest. He is proficient with the Warhammer and the sling. As you can tell, he's carrying a magic Warhammer, and he will actually acquire one real quickly in the game. Strength maxed out at 18, dexterity maxed out, constitution. I know he maxes at a 16 because he's a non-fighter, but because they are Nomies, I have decided to boost them all up to 18 because this makes them a lot hardier and it will allow them to travel further without sleep. The only benefit that we're losing is in hit points, and I can deal with that because the rest of the stats are still average. Intelligence, he could use staves, wands. Wisdom, I maxed it out for a gnome. And charisma, okay, he's there. So this is Helmet, our cleric. Wolfgang. Wolfgang is a level 1 thief. He is. Oh, let's look at his stats here. Notice I put everything into open locks, and you're going to see why I did that real quickly in the game as soon as we get started, because there's going to be a chest that we're going to get into in the second level of Candlekeep Inn, and that's going to increase our bank balance, so to say. His proficiencies are with the short sword and with a short bow, and maxed out strength, maxed out dex, once again, 18 constitution for the reasons I explained to you, average for the rest, but Wolfgang also is rather charismatic, and so he could be a frontliner if he had to, but he's just a very likable character. Notice he is chaotic good, but he's got thieving abilities, but those are only because the gnomes have a love for coin and gems. So don't blame him. Okay, finally, Hans. Hans is our level 1 illusionist. He is proficient with the sling, which is good because I have no intention of getting him into combat. As you can tell here, he does wear a type of metal gauntlet over his hand. The real helmet, I'm sorry. I'm confusing him with somebody else. But anyway, that does not play a part here, but here's where it gets cool. Strength 18, Dex 18, Constitution 18, Intelligence 19, and he's the average here. He's awesome. He spent his entire life in the library, and he's just he's going to be awesome. Once we get him up in level, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Anyway, that's that. As I said, I was going to change all of their scripts to ranged. Done. Let's go back to Wolfgang. Go here. Whoops. Hello. Go there. Customize script. Ranged. Done. There. Customize script. Ranged. Done. Here. Customize script. Ranged. Done, done. And just like with the original storybook, the characters I'm currently running, those are all being played on core level. This is also going to be on core level because the only thing that I'm really concerned with is the max HP on level up. And as you can see that is engaged. So there's going to be no reason to go down to normal. If I lose my spells, I lose them. If they die, they die. But I really want to play with the core rules because I don't want any advantages or disadvantages going in anybody's favor. Anyway, we got to get through Candlekeep before the end of this adventure.
With caution.
So let's get going. Enter Firebead.
Yes.
We all know the trick here. We're going to talk to him 30 times, and we are going to get...
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
And we're going to get that 300 gold from him. So, yes, here we go.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays. 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 It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Give it to us. There it is. Oh. 300 gold, yay! Now we can buy things. Here we go. Thank you, Firebead. Okay, let's start our quest. Wolfgang has that 18 charisma, so he can actually talk to our nobles. So let's just send him off. This is actually a trap.
Not a problem.
Even though it never goes off in anybody's game, I don't know if we cast that on there, if it'll actually... Yep, yeah, it does. But that might just have gotten us another 25 experience. Okay, why are we paused? There's our 25. And we'll take that. Good stuff. There's just a dagger here. I'm not even going to deal with it. But we're going to tell these people to lock up their possessions upstairs, and then we're going to go rob them. So.
No time to chit-chat.
No, it's not. Oh, God, I hate the nobles in this game, so they're going to get what they deserve. Step up in the heat, young one. You need a good fire to keep you warm. Okay, they're not usually this friendly, but... Oh, yes, darling, they are most standoffish. Yeah, right. Anyway, number 3 is what we want. Oh, I would not let it consume really. Perhaps they are not used to the wells such as yours. You are quite wealthy. Why don't you lock up your jewelry upstairs? And perhaps that was it. I've looked good. Okay. So, anyway, they are going up. Capital idea. And as they go up, we're going to follow them. Boom. Okay. For those of you that are just joining me now, and you are not watching the first adventure with the storyline characters, sleeping people, you don't bother them, they don't bother you. We can still get into their stuff, just don't wake them up. So, and we'll take that, and we'll move along. This one's going to be locked. We'll go ahead and get our 10 experience. Get in there, take that. This one's locked. Go ahead and open it. Take that. Okay, up here. This is the room where the nobles are. And if you don't have at least a 65 or 70 in your open locks, you will not be able to get in here. Even a 19 strength will not break this. So the only way you're going to get into here is with a thief that has at least a 65 or 70. As you can see, we're at 70. So we will be able to get into this drawer. It is locked. We're going to pick it and Boom. Those are the noble's possessions. Okay, come over here. We're going to have a noble. And rule of thumb, if somebody's in the room, do not attempt to rob them because they will call the guards. There is a trick that you can do, at least here, and that involves doing something a little bit dirty. But watch this. He's going to step out.
What is the plan?
Gunter is going to
With
go
caution.
upstairs. He's going to come over
Think
here.
carefully.
And he is actually gonna knock him out.
Fall! Fall!
Boom. Okay. See, so he's unconscious. Now, he cannot call the guards. Gunter, thank you very much. You can leave.
Yes.
Wolfgang, you come back in here.
With ease.
And now you can get into his chest. Take his items, get out of here before he even knows what hit him.
Again?
And
Yes.
we're going down. So, that was a quick little adventure there. I don't see many gamers doing that in the game. So, if that's something new for you, you're welcome. Hope you liked it. If you saw that before, well, stay tuned. Maybe you'll see something later that I can show you. Anyway, here is our good friend Winthrop. And do I want to start buying things? Yeah, why not? Firebead gave us that nice little 300 gold piece edition. So what we're going to do is we're all going to gather around here. And let's see what Winthrop has to offer.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Oh, I just had to let that place. His elven arse clean hotel. So anyway, well there, young one, come to visit your old pal Winthrop. Have you? Don't forget 10,000 piece gold piece entry fee. Well, for one thing, we know everything about Candlekeep since we've been here for the most part of our lives. The only time we left was during the Cataclysm when we had to go out and fight. Now that we're back, it's good to be back. Anyway, we could say that's outrageous. What kind of fool do you think we are? But obviously, if we've known him for this long, we're not going to say that. You've always been the big kidder. I like this one. So, just having some fun with you. The monks are walking around with poles in their nethers. Yeah, the monks, these are all the green guys. These are the tutors. For those of you not familiar with this game, you will want to talk to them to learn the basic mechanics. Since we're well versed in this game, we do not need to do that. And if you haven't figured it out yet, there are spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, now's a good time to stop watching. And I apologize for what I did show you. Hopefully I didn't burn your eyes. And for those of you that are just along for the ride, let's have a good time. So anyway, sure, what do you have? Anyway, we could stay here. If we were any type of a magic user that needed a rest, we can regain our spells. We don't need that. We just want to get through here. So anyway, Gunter, being with his axes, he is going to purchase 2 battle axes because he is dual melee'd. And I am going to buy him out of all of his throwing axes. Okay, moving down the road, we're going to go straight to armor. And we haven't discussed armor yet, but this is 2nd edition rules. And unlike 5th edition, the lower your armor class, the better you are armored in this game. And as you can tell here, Splint, he only has 1 coat. And we're going to go ahead and buy that. And we want a helmet. So... helmet. Buy. Okay, that takes care of Gunter. Now, helmet's going to come in there, and he was proficient with a hammer, but I'm not going to buy one because I know I'm going to get one. Oops. Bolts. Now, The reason I'm buying bolts is because I know from my years of being in Candlekeep that there's always one officer that is forgetting to buy his bolts. So we're going to go ahead and buy those for him. And he needs some armor, so he's going to get some chain. And I wonder, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. Because right from the get-go, yeah, what the heck, chain. Warhammer and sling. So there's his sling, and he's going to need some bullets to go with that. And 12 is our magic number. So we're done with that. And the last thing we need to do, get the helmet. And how about a shield? What's a pretty shield for him? This one up here? Let's get him something that looks metallic. This one's pretty. Okay, here we go. Bye. Okay, Wolfgang, you are short swords and bow and arrow. So let's go to the top and start buying for you. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Okay, there's your short bow. We'll get you one of those. Cha-ching. And, oh man, I really don't want to do that. Because he's going to get a short bow. You know what? No. If I'm going to be stingy with money, then it would be realistic, but let's just get into this and study leather. Because we're going to make it all back in our travels. I don't think he carries a helmet. We can't carry a helmet. So we got armor, we got bow and arrow, and what the heck? Get him a short sword. So he's good. As you could tell, we still have 428 gold. So the gold that Firebeat gave us was welcomed. Okay, and finally, I don't think he needs much more than the sling and some bullets, because he is never going to see combat. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Anyway, that should do it. He doesn't get any armor. And buy those. Done. Now let's go ahead and equip. So, armor, helmet, battle axe in this hand, and I will hold on to that. Battle axe in that hand, and throwing. We're probably going to discard this, but we'll keep it just in case we see some skeletons. Oops, cancel. Okay, he's done. So notice, he's at an armor class of 0 right now. If we take off the splint, boom, that puts him to a 6. So we just dropped 6 points by putting the splint on. Notice, it went down. So in 2nd edition, the lower the armor class, the better. All right. And then he's still stuck with these. All right, we're good. Let's move on to helmet. He's got a helmet, chain, and let's give him a shield. Let's give him a sling. Oops. And let's give him some bullets. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, you're awesome. You look like a cleric. Wolfgang. Wow, look at all that stuff you got. Okay, let's give you armor. Boom. Let's give you a short sword. Let's give you a bow. Arrows. And spells go to the illusionist. And that's good for you. And that's about the best you're going to do. And Hans over here, he's going to get his sling, and he's going to get his bullets. So he's golden. for now. I don't know if you've already got these spells. Let's see if do right magic. He's got it, and right magic. Okay, those are in his spell book. What are his spells? Let's take a look. Right here. He's got Identify, and he's got, is that the Find Familiar? Spook. Okay, Spook is good. Identify is going to become golden for us because that's going to be one of the most commonly used spells in the game. It's going to save us a lot of money when we identify items, and I love that spell. Spook, have to have that because you have to start with an illusionist spell, so that is my choice. Eventually we're going to change out Spook with Sleep because as a defensive illusionist, Sleep is going to be an awesome spell. And especially since we're only running with 4 characters, that's really going to even the odds a lot. So, move on. Okay, guys.
What is the
let's go.
plan? Think carefully.
Now we got to get through here.
With caution.
I did not even set the timer because normally I run 30-minute games, but I do want to finish Candlekeep in the first episode. I want to get this uploaded, and then I'll try to get one episode for each game at this point on. At least get them staggered out every 2 days. But because we're in education and we're doing online teaching, sometimes we just don't have the time to get into that. Anyway, give me my 8 gold. Boom. All right, Officer Barracks, also known as Barracks. Let's go in.
Think carefully.
All right, Fuller. This is Fuller. Let's find out what he forgot to buy.
With caution.
I should have joined the army.
Yeah, oh, what a mead-filled night we had. Hull is just too much, poor Sam. So the officers here, they're just a bunch of sloths. They go out drinking and stuff. Anyway, nothing I was nosing about. No, that wouldn't be a fun answer. No, I was wondering if you had any errands we could run, since that's what we do here every day. Boom. Errands, yeah, actually, I need a quarrel of crossbow bolts. Can you get them from Winthrop? Gee, imagine that. We knew you would already be needing this.
I should have joined the
Thanks,
army.
kid. Anyway, this guy goes on and he tells us, watch your back out there. Here, let me give you a dagger. The dagger is charisma based. If you have a high enough charisma, I actually looked into it. I thought it was 18 only, but I believe it is anything greater than a 15 charisma. You receive a +1 dagger. And so we should get that easily because we have the 18 charisma. So boom, bang. Anyway, here you go. We gained 50 experience points. He's got his bolt. We got the dagger. And that completes our journal. Anyway, this is Hull's chest. Let's go ahead and grab his sword. We're going to grab the antidote because we're going to need that also. And let's go ahead and leave the room. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that dagger. Boom. Okay, so the dagger is in blue. It's got a blue hue around it. Now notice the anything in blue means it is magical. And rule of thumb, if you do not know what it is, do not equip yourself with it because it could just as easily be cursed. We do know what the magic items are in this game, so I may go ahead and use them without identifying. Also, you saw that Hans had a 19 intelligence. A lot of times, just by lore alone and high intelligence, he can tell what this is by looking at it and identify. Boom. No, he can't. That's too bad because you'd think with a 19 intelligence he could identify it, but That's sad. Anyway, let's... That's sad. Okay, moving along. Okay, boom.
Again,
Here we go.
with caution.
Okay, this is the bunkhouse right there. We know that the bunkhouse should be empty because everybody is running their errands. However, as we are soon to find out, that is not the case. Come on, boom. And we got somebody in here. We got two choices. We can either initiate combat or we can engage him in conversation. Now, the first thing we're going to notice is this guy is dressed in shambles. We know he shouldn't be here. And since we know everybody in Candlekeep, we do not recognize him. So we can legitimately go into combat. Fight first, ask questions later. So we're going to initiate combat against him. Boom. And make sure everybody
How may
is
I be of
using
assistance?
their
I
ranged
stand
weapon.
ready.
What would you have me do?
And there's actually a possibility
What is
that
the
we're going to
plan?
drop him before he even reaches us.
Onward!
Boom. And that is the power of ranged weapons. Anyway, all he's got is a dagger. There's nothing else in this room. You can hit tab. The barrel's empty. And I'm not going to deal with a 1 gold piece dagger.
With caution.
So, but
Yes.
this, I'll take those. Okay, next stop, the infirmary.
Our rules are very strict.
Okay, this is the gate warden. Hello there. I thought I should tell you, Garind's been looking to talk to me and my friends. This is a different dialogue than if you were running solo. If you're running solo, he would offer to teleport you into an area where you will fight imaginary enemies with an imaginary party. But since we're already partied up, we need to get going. The infirmary, they're going to have something for us. Okay, one of my tricks in school was always playing like I was sick. Just to get out of school, and we're going to do the same here. So we're going to play sick.
With caution.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Yes, they do. Okay, so you're sick. You look rather healthy to me, but never can tell. Here, do you need a potion? Yeah, please. So he gives us a potion. Boom, it's a potion of healing. Now, there is another potion of healing in this chest. However, there is also another person here called the Reader. I guess it's like his apprentice. If he sees you, he'll call the guards, and it's no fun for anybody. It's not worth it. Just move along. We're going to get enough potions of healing in this game anyway.
With caution.
But we got one. Hull. This is Hull. And he's the one who forgot the sword in his locker. And so we're going to go ahead and return it to him. Boom, Hull sword. Yeah, got it. This is also charisma based. Thanks, kiddo. Grind didn't bring you up half bat. His response would not be that good if our charisma were lower. But because of our high charisma, he is very friendly. And he is very generous, because that would have been a lower gold amount had we have come in with just an average charisma. Okay, moving along. Next stop, Reaver's storeroom. That's right over here. And I'm going to do a quick weapon change out here. And the reason I'm going to do this is because there's going to be some rats in the cellar. There's a little nod to Aerosmith. So we're going to go ahead and change all of our weaponry back to staves. because iron weapons have a tendency to break in this game or crumble. And I am not going to waste an iron weapon on a bunch of rats. So
Again,
let's talk to Reaver.
with
By
caution.
Moradin's hammer!
Okay, I thought I asked you to clean this out yesterday already. Hop to it, get in there, just like a dwarf. All right, we're in. Now, we got 5 rats in here. Let's just go ahead and whack them all. And
Let's give them a right thrashing.
yes, let's. Even though we're not proficient with the stats, once again, like I said, this saves our iron weapons. We're going to go ahead and get the ring that's over here. Go back out and talk to Reaver. Now, if you are at all familiar with dwarves in Dungeons & Dragons, in Warhammer, you will know that dwarves have deep pockets and short arms, which means that they are not very likely to pay for anything if they don't have to. And watch how generous Reaver is with his reward.
Think
Moradin's
carefully.
hammer!
Yeah. Oh, yes. Kill them like the rats they are. Glorious battle. Oh, okay. Here's 5 gold pieces. Thanks. Ass. So,
With caution.
moving along. I just thought that was funny. Temples are good if you value your reputation and you happen to be doing acts that lower it. Okay, we know Philidia's book is right here. Let's go ahead and grab that. Boom. The reason we're going counterclockwise is because we're actually doing the quests before we get them. A new player to this game would be encouraged to go clockwise, where you would encounter the tutors, and they would kind of prompt you on what to do as you're playing. So, I know Philidia's book is there. This is Dreppen. That antidote we picked up is actually going to be for Nessa, the cow. And
What do you need?
Philidia left her book in there. Okay, we already got it. Next thing,
What do you need?
Dreppen, nice day. Too bad Nessa here isn't enjoying herself. Guess what? We already have your potion.
What do you need?
Ah, yes, wonder you are. And boom, there we go ahead and we get his experience points. We lose the antidote. And moving along. Okay, this is priest quarters. We just saw the priest over here on the temple, so this room should also be empty. But it's not. So, just like we did at the bunkhouse, we can initiate combat on this person because we know by
What is the
looking at
plan?
him, he is not meant to be here.
What is it this time?
And with that, we
Your
are
wish?
going to go ahead and
Yes?
select that, do that,
Hello?
and he's down. But anyway, he also is going to let us know that he's out, to get us. All right. And this is your
Yes.
hammer.
I shall
So
attend
go
to it in
get
a
your
trice.
hammer. Boom. And there's only a little bit of gold, but I think it's locked.
Not a problem.
So Wolfgang is going to open this for experience. Whenever you have a locked drawer or chest, always use a thief in favor of a fighter who's going to bash it open, because for every lock you pick, you gain 10 experience. If you disarm a trap, you get 25 experience. If you bash a lock with your strength, you get no experience. So even though there's only a dagger in here, it's just a one-piece dagger. The 10 experience points is what really helped us out. And that's it for this room. So let's
Again?
move along.
Yes.
Okay. You got your Warhammer now. Boom. And we'll just leave that there. Actually, you don't even need this anymore. So we'll just go ahead and put it somewhere. But notice he needs a 19 with the Warhammer. If he were using a staff, he would need a 22. So that's what the weapon proficiency does for you. Here we go. Moving along.
Yes.
Almost done. Talk to Philidia over here. Give her book back. Run into the center grounds.
Hello there.
Hello there. What were you doing in the hay? Anyway, here's your book.
Hello there.
Hello there. All right. Anyway, charisma based again. We got the Lynx-Eye gem. Lower charisma would not have gotten that. We also got 50 experience points. And journey onward. Okay, we're going to go to the center grounds because Firebead actually did send us on a quest to get an identify scroll. Had Hans not had the spell identify, I would have actually kept the scroll and used it for myself because
Greetings, young one.
because having the spell is actually worth more than the experience that we're going to get for turning it in. So we got that. Let's go back. If I'm not mistaken, it's only 50 experience points. And I don't know if there's anything else that comes with it. Oh, he does cast a spell of protection from evil on you. But that's really, it's not necessary. It's just something he does.
With caution.
So let's go ahead and unload anything that we don't need here. You know what? Let's, no, Winthrop.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
I don't think we picked up a lot of things to sell back to him. See, with Silver Ring, we got a Lynx gem. That's it. So sell those for 9. He's got nothing to sell. He's got a couple things. So silver necklace, Star Sapphire, 1,000. See, these are all the things that we acquired upstairs. And these are like big dollar items. Yeah, check that out. 1,800 just for the things that we got out of this little inn. Sell those. Boom. And you got your dagger. Okay, we're done. Let's talk to Firebead
What is the
again.
plan?
And
Yes.
then we're done with this adventure.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Ah, yes, it is. Anyway, I'm glad to see that at little age it's hard to take all your identifiers. Well, we only got one. So anyway, here you go. Boom. Okay, what did we get from that? We lost that. We got the 50 experience. And we got a potion of healing. And of course, we got the protection from evil, which is useless. See, so in a normal situation, I would have kept the spell because that spell is worth more than what you're getting here. All right.
Yes?
Let's go see Gorion. Okay, he's back in the center grounds. We're just going to do this for some easy pathfinding. Boom.
Yes.
Of course, before we see Gorion, we're going to have to meet a rather annoying person in the game. Some of you know her as Emmeline.
Hey, it's me, Emmeline.
Yes, it is Emmeline. Okay, I'm surprised old Stuffy Gorion didn't let you get away from your studies. I don't fiddle fast. I don't know. She just, oh gosh, man. Her use of little childish identifiers are... Anyway, I'm afraid I cannot chat today, little one. Leave me be. I'm sorry, child, but I can't chat. There. Anyway, little one, I'm not much younger than you, so we know that she is younger. But anyway, we're not going to worry about that. All right, I'll get the message. I'll ask if you can go with us. There's no way you can come. He would never allow it, and you would just slow us down. But you know what? We know he wouldn't allow it. Oh, I know. He's just a stick in the mud. So anyway, that ends her dialogue. Anyway, here's Gorion. Let's go have a talk with him, and that'll actually begin the adventure.
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
Yep. Very unnerving, I know. Anyway, we need to get on. We got all these excuses about why we can't go, but you know what? We're ready. Let's go. Let's get it on.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them.
Okay. So we're going north.
Let's hurry, child. The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I will explain everything as soon as there is time. Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I am sorry that you feel that way, old man.
Get out of here!
The dawn is especially cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
All right. So this is going to end our first adventure. And welcome again to the Tale of Four Brothers. When we continue, we're going to start our journey going north. And we're going to go meet Khalid and Jahira. And I'm just looking forward to getting into this one. I just love the Four Brothers. This is going to be so different than the storybook characters that we're currently running with. And I will keep both adventures going. And that way, you may prefer one over the other. And if nothing else, it'll give you a chance to see how different characters perform. But these brothers are well suited to take care of their own. And I have run them, I would say, at least 50% through the game without any difficulty. And I do know that by playing them strategically, we can finish the game with them. Anyway, we're also going to go ahead and load up a game of Banished, because not only do I want to put more lines in the water, I'm going to change the bait that we use. And for those that I cannot get a bite with Baldur's Gate, maybe Banished will get me a bite or two. And then we're going to journey into some other games. And eventually we're going to have a little library of different games out there. And I just hope to grow the channel. And that is where you come in, because you can also help me grow the channel by showing some love and support. Like it, comment, subscribe, hit notifications, and be sure to come over to Facebook and follow me at Grumpy Gnome Gaming. And I welcome you all, and I look forward to maybe getting some dialogue going with you. Okay, take care, and we'll see you in the next one. And this is going to close us out.
Hey, it's me, Imoen.
Sorry I followed you. Never get out of Candlekeep. Yeah, so you see, she is going to be a pain in our butt. But anyway, this is a wonderful place to call it the game. So I think I am going to go ahead and just invite her to join us. And when we start off the next game, we're going to dump her just that quickly. So how could I know? He didn't even tell me. Boom. She's with us. And pause. Thank you very much. And we'll see you in episode 2. Take care. Bye-bye.